Hey everybody, welcome to Amy Nolte Music. Do you ever wish that you could get around the circle of fifths faster than you do? Not even just talking about the piano, but in your own head? It's a lifelong pursuit to be able to have a grasp on the way that harmony works. And the circle of fifths, I don't think it works for everybody, but I think most people use it as a visual kind of way to explain harmony, explain functional harmony, how one chord leads to the next. Now, the thing that I just did was I started in C major, and then I went to F major, and then B flat major, E flat major, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, and C, all the way backwards around the circle until I made it back to C. I was thinking recently about how come this is important, why this is important, because my son is a freshman and he's in music school. And so he has to learn these things, and he's got a class where his professor just says, Charlie, how many flats are in A flat? Angela, how many sharps are in F sharp major? Chad, how many flats are in G minor? And they just have to know them like this. And it's hard for him because he's never really spent that much time learning those things. And it occurred to me that just having some simple exercises to train your ears to hear their way around the circle of fifths, as well as your brain to think its way around the circle of fifths, can be really, really helpful. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve to show you on the piano. So I'm going to put the camera above the keys and you can see. One of them is especially beautiful. All right, we'll get to that in a second. There are 2 PDFs that will go along with this lesson, and if you click the card above my hands up there, you'll be able to get it. Now the first one is going to sound like what I did right at the beginning, at least mostly. What it does is kind of take this pop kind of sound of not just playing 1, 3, and 5, but sliding your way to 3. So you want to hold down these 2 notes and hit the D with it, and then move to an E. That's the only little trick about it. And then we're just going to move, and we're going to say the names of the chords as we go. So C. And we're going to hit that 5, and we're going to move all the way up. And that's all. We're just going to hold that one. To F. Now we're going to move to B flat, and we're going to do the exact same thing. So let's go back. With the left hand, we're just doing 1 and 5. There's our rhythm. Like that. So we've got sounds nice, right? And you can just keep going all the way around. Until you get to C. If you'll notice, every time we change keys, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 5. This is another great way to get around the circle. Just that will be in your worksheet as well if you choose to pick it up. The reason that it works is because these chords, if you go backwards around the circle, they lead to each other. C major is the 5 of F, right? And we know that the 5 chord, or the dominant chord, leads you to the 1. So if we've got F in mind and we're playing C, it's going to lead us to F. If we did it this way, we would see that it shares a tone with F, and the other 2 are just a step away, right? Same thing, B flat in mind, F is the 5, and we get there. It's great, right? So back to this idea of, it's actually a pentatonic scale, almost anyway. I'm gonna not worry about the A though. Using these 5 notes is a great way to improvise, just getting yourself acclimated to this circle. That's all just improvising, and I know that you won't be able to do that right away. But as you come to grips and to shapes and to feel with all of these little 1, 2, 3, 5 groups of notes, you'll start to be able to make one lead to the next. A leads to D, right? So maybe you know D is coming, so you might land on the 3rd of D. And maybe shoot for the 3rd of the next one, which is G, and shoot for the 3rd of the next one, which is going to be C. You can make a beautiful melody this way. I like that one. We'll do it again. You can come up with your own patterns in order to just move around the circle. As you do this, your brain is going to lock in to what comes next all the way around because your hands are going to know it. It's amazing the way that these chords just feel and pull you one to the next. It's really beautiful. I want to tell you about an exercise I came up with in order to challenge you just a little bit further. I was just sitting at the piano one day. I was actually practicing block chords like I've been teaching in a couple other lessons recently. And I thought, I'd like to make my block chords more naked than that sometimes, especially in a pop style. And I was trying to think, what can I do to keep that same feel, but like I said, make it a little more bare. I came up with this little exercise, and I'll show you it once. It's really pretty, right? It's not often that I come up with an exercise that I just want to play a lot. And I can hear myself being able to use that in my pop and rock playing, just to do little fills here and there. So I know it's going to be useful. And it's also, it's just really nice with the rhythm and the melody, the way everything flows. I don't know, I've been wanting to practice it, and I hope that you do too. If you would like this second exercise, the second PDF, the way to get it is to sign up for Nebula through my sponsor for today's video, CuriosityStream. Nebula is another platform just like YouTube or Netflix, but it's all educational content. I always put my videos there first. Sometimes I put my more in-depth videos over there instead of on YouTube because they tend to work better when there aren't things like comments and thumbs ups and algorithms to mess things up. This PDF will be available in the description of my Nebula video. There'll be a link and you can click on it and get it. With Nebula comes another great platform called CuriosityStream. CuriosityStream is the best place on the internet for documentaries. If you sign up for CuriosityStream using my code that you see right here, you can get it for $14.79. That's $14.79 for the entire year. This is the best way by far to get Nebula. As soon as you sign up for CuriosityStream, a welcome email will come with directions on how to get Nebula. You get 2 platforms. Both of them are apps that work on your phone. They work on your smart TV, whatever, Roku, Apple TV, Fire Stick, all of it. And they're beautifully designed. And like I said, no algorithm. You just go there and you choose what you want. CuriosityStream has just about every documentary you could ever want, including some great ones about music. So I absolutely love the Film Composer documentary that takes you from the beginnings of film into the current age and talks about all the advances in film composing. Many of the creators that you love from YouTube that are making amazing music content are already on Nebula. 12-Tone Music, Mary Spender, Adam Neely, Polyphonic, and many more. All of them, like me, put their videos on Nebula first, and they upload extra content all the time. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time on Amy Nolte Music.